Hello, hola, guten Tag. Hello from cyberspace. Great to connect with you. Sitting tall, but not rigid. So we lengthen the spine, but it's nice and relaxed, like our yoga strap. But we lengthen it, nice and long, but we leave it loose enough that it can still bend if we need to bend, and that's what your spine is doing. Sitting comfortably in Sukhasana, hands to the chest to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Elbows settling against your body, shaping your lips like you're blowing out a candle. Keep them that way for your inhales and your exhales. So it gives us some more control in our breath. Regulate your own breath, making your exhales and inhales equal length. Keep it nice and mellow so that it takes a bit of effort to push the breath through your mouth, out of your lungs. And we feel some resistance at the opening of the mouth when we pull the breath in. So your breath becomes conscious. Your breath becomes a conscious action, and that connects your conscious mind with your subconscious mind, making the body whole, making the mind and body come into synchronicity. Taking the hands down. So we have the hands over the knees, palms up. Elbows relaxed down into the body. Let's do a few more candle breaths. And inhaling overhead, reaching through the fingertips, turning your palms forward, reaching through your fingertips. As if there was a gentle pull on your wrists, lengthening your arms between your wrists and your shoulders, bringing your hands in line with your shoulders, and working into some movement. A little movement from Kundalini Yoga. We bring the palms down to the knees, just exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, scooping the chest. The back bends the opposite way. Exhale, inhale. Adding some movement of the arms. Keep that movement going. I'm going to turn to face you. So we're adding some movement to our breath, making that mind-body connection. Your breath is the bridge that connects the mind and body. So we push through, pushing away what it's time to get rid of. We have plenty of anxiety right now in our current unique situations. Send it back to the universe. And from the universe, pulling in what we need. We know that good energy is out there. We just have to open the heart to receive it. So visualize the heart wide open to receive this energy, receive the nourishment of the universe. You can interpret that any way you want to. Yoga is not a religion. It encourages you to have a spiritual practice. But you know what divine energy is in your world, and that decision is up to you. however you decide to interpret it. Just visualize the open heart. Then taking a little change in our movement. Finish a couple of movements there. We're going to go into our traditional Kundalini twist, fingertips. Touching down gently on the collarbones. Inhale, exhale. Steady breath, steady movement, breath and movement. Synchronized. Set your pace so that it feels right for you. You'll notice your own breathing patterns get shorter in our movement because the lungs are being constantly shifted in the chest cavity, shifted by the twist. They get compressed on one side, loosened on the other, and that position is constantly changing. So we adapt our breath pace to coincide with our movement. And it synchronizes all the systems of the body. And coming to a stop, let's just push the breath all the way out. Pull that breath in. Let's do that one more time. Pull that breath in and then exhale, hands to the floor. We're going to step it into downward dog. So we got our hands shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart. In our downward facing dog, pushing the heels toward the floor, drawing the head between the arms. We keep the hands grounded with fingertips gently pressed in to take weight off the wrists. Push the tips of the toes into the floor while pushing through your heels. Your heels are grounded, your toes are grounded, raising the arches of your feet up. So we're nice and strong. In our stance, in our down dog, pressing the floor with the hands, shifting the weight into the feet, shifting the pelvis backward. Let's get that right foot airborne. Bringing that right heel up in the air. We've got some good alignment from the heel right down through the hip to the shoulder. We're going to pick up the left heel. Crouch down, bending the left leg, and let's lunge the right leg forward. Get that right onto the ground so we're into our lunge. Pull the hands up. We make our chicken wings. We sink deep into our lunge, but we're squeezing the hips. Make sure you can still lift and lower your hips in control. That's how we stay safe. That's how we prevent hyperextension of our hips. Take the hands skyward and backward, picking up your chest. Into our warrior lunge. Deep breath in, exhale the hands back to the floor, back to our original lunging position. Step it back into our plank. Nice and strong. If we're feeling really heavy, if we need to lighten the load, just bring the knees down, shorten the lever. We just do a knee plank. We are strong in the core, whether we're on our knees or on our feet. We're coming down to Chaturanga Dandasana, which means we're going to hover, partial push-up. Not drop into the floor yet, but halfway down. Strong core. Knees down if we need them down. We're holding for one more breath. Remember that candle breath. Bring it down. Then we're going to pick up the chest, scoop in the chest. Hands shoulder width apart on the floor. Into Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Picking up the sternum, the breastbone, picking it up. Push down behind your thumbs, push down behind the pinkies. Pulling it on up, pulling up the chest. Kicking your feet into the floor now. Open the fronts of your ankles. Get the tops of your feet on the floor. We're picking it up into upward facing dog. So that means picking up the knees. Deep breath in. Let the candle breath out slow. Strong in the core. Deep breath in. Let that breath out slow. Set the knees down. Curl the toes under. We're folding the legs and we're curling the toes under. Lift the knees. Down dog. So we're back to our down dog. Push down the big toes. Push through your heels. Push down behind the pinky toes. Shifting the pelvis backward. Weight into the legs. Keep the fingertips grounded to keep weight off the wrists. We're going to get that left leg airborne now. Bringing that left leg up. And then we're going to lift the right heel. Bending the right leg a bit so we can get ready to lunge the left foot forward. We're back in our lunge on the other side. Bringing the left knee over the heel, pushing through the heel nice and strong. As we plant the toes, we're still pushing through the heel. Pulling up to our chicken wings, keeping the squeeze in the hips and the glutes, making sure we're still capable of lowering and lifting. Not dropping so far that we lose control in the hips. We want to still be able to pick the pelvis up with the hips. That's how the hips stay safe. Hands come up. Scoop the chin, arm up. Scooping up at the breastbone, keeping that squeeze in the glutes. Bringing the hands backward. This is our warrior lunge. Deep breath in. Let's candle breath. Exhale. Deep breath in. We're going to exhale the hands right down. Hands back to the floor. We're going to step it back to plank. Remembering knee plank if we are feeling heavy today. Otherwise, we're in full plank, ready for chaturanga, so that's halfway down. Elbows still shoulder width apart. Deep breath in. Let's bring it on down. Uncurl the toes. Tops of the feet, boom, right on the floor. Scooping up the chest. Spin your elbows into your body. Scooping up your rib cage in front. Keeping a squeeze in the glutes. From your bottom ribs in front, the bottom of your front ribs, pull on your abs. So we stretch the abs. Getting ready for up dog, upward facing dog. So we're going to kick the feet down to the floor. Push down behind your thumb. Push down behind the pinky. Kick the feet to the floor. Lift the knees. Upward facing dog. Squeezing the glutes. Strong in the stomach to support. We stretch those abs. Deep breath in. Knees come down. Bringing it to a fold. So we're into Balasana. Very briefly. Heart rate's up, so we're going to keep moving. Curl your toes under. Deep breath in, ready for down dog. So pick up the knees. Nice and strong. Right foot airborne. Lifting the left heel. Bending the left leg. Lunge the right foot forward. And here we are in our lunge. Take a look. Take a look-see at your hip, your knee, and your ankle. See that they are lined up. Nice and strong. Pulling the chicken wings. Warrior lunge. Picking up the front ribs. Squeezing the glutes. Making sure we're in control with our hips as the hands come backward. Looking diagonally upward forward. Exhale. Bring the hands down. We're going to step it back to a plank. We're going to pop it back to down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale that left foot up. Bending the right leg, lifting the right heel. Lunge the left foot forward. Awesome. So we're into our lunge on the other side. Ankle, under, knee. Ankle, knee, and hip in alignment. Let's bring up those hands. Scooping up chin and chest. So we're looking diagonally upward forward as the hands come back. Scooping up those front ribs, a squeeze in the glutes, control in the hips. Bring it down. Let's do that whole plank chaturanga one more time. We're going to step it back into our plank. Deep breath in and exhale halfway down. Hold for the inhale. Candle breath, exhale. Hold the chaturanga. Deep breath in. Exhale down on curl toes. Inhale, scoop it right into Cobra Bhujangasana. Kicking the feet into the floor. Kicking up the knees, pulling the front ribs forward, squeezing the glutes. Push behind the thumbs. Plant the fingertips. Up dog. Then we set the knees down. Brief Balasana, child pose. Curl the toes under. We're going to bring it to down dog again. Curl the toes under. We bring it up. We'll slow things down a bit. But let's pedal it out. 1 foot up, 1 foot down. So we slow the heart rate down a little bit. We're nice and warmed up. For a few work poses, we're going to hold. All right. So in our down dog, let's deep breath in and bring up that right leg. We're going to lift the left heel. We're going to lunge the right leg forward. This time we're going to take it into a regular warrior so that left heel's going to come down. The left toes are going to spin outward a bit as we plant the outer edge of that left foot. Coming up like we did, but we've got that back foot grounded this time. Planting that back foot strongly. So we make sure that back foot is planted and the ankle doesn't collapse inward as we scoop up the chest. Pushing both feet down. Stay in your position. I'm flipping around for you. I'm in the same pose so you can see me from front to back. Our feet are on that surfboard, on that snowboard, maybe a fast-moving bus or train. We're applying pressure to both feet to maintain our stance nice and strong. Keeping a squeeze in the glutes and keeping control in our hips. We're going to sweep those hands down. Pick up that back heel. Pick up that back foot. Exhale it up into Warrior 3. Staying in your position. Going to flip around for you. Into our Warrior number 3. Most of this control is in the hips. That's how we keep it up. Nice and strong. We can sweep the hands back. Go slow, switching the position of your hands. Let's bring them to heart center and step it down. And inhaling on up. We're going to dive it on down. We're going to step back into lunge other side. So right foot's going to come back. Then the right heel's going to come down to the floor. The toes are going to spin out toward the outside edge of the mat. Coming into our Warrior 1 on the other side. Planting the outside edge of that right foot so that the ankle is not toppling inward. Nice and strong, scooping chest. Scooping the front ribs up, looking diagonally upward forward. In our Warrior number 1, deep breath in. Exhale it down, pick up that back heel. Pick up that back foot once again. Close quarters. This is so different than the studio or the gym. Holding that steady. We know we're going to wobble a little bit. Make peace with your wobbles. Strong. Nice and strong. Bring it down. Heart center. Taking hands skyward into mountain. Candle breath works really well here. Pull the navel back toward the spine. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Reaching through your fingertips. Then exhaling down. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. Catching your elbows, letting gravity. Grab your head in your arms. Sweep your hands down behind your ankles. Pull your face toward your shins. We are feeling calm and energized. We bring our energy into balance. Releasing the hands down. Deep breath in, exhale, roll it up bone by bone by bone. Humble mountain. Loose candle breath. Now from here, we can move into a meditation. Or you can continue into your home practice. Adding more poses. Taking it wherever you want to go. Bring things into balance. Strong, centered, chilled consciousness. Let's take it down for a moment. You're going to proceed to your workout or your home practice. It brings on some more intense stuff. Up to you. Let's just focus on our breath for another moment before we conclude. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. Let's do that a few more times. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look forward to more videos. It's been great to connect. Great to share the energy. Namaste.